Yes, okay. Intro done. All right, so let's get into dandruff. So why it happens to about 50% of people, and it'll probably happen, there's a good chance it'll probably happen to you at one point in your life. It's very common in children going through puberty just because of all the hormones. Everything's developing at a much quicker rate. The oil production, skin, just everything. So if it's going to hit you, that's probably going to be a good time that it will. But I know some people have this continuous issue with dandruff that I just wanted to kind of go over. So the scientific term for dandruff is malassezia globosa. And what that is, it's a yeast-based fungal infection that lives on your scalp. And from that, it lets out oleic acid, which is what really makes it itch and causes the major flakes. So some ways that I would recommend getting rid of that is, let me pull up my handy dandy notes. But salicylic acid will get rid of the flakes. And I know that the Matrix Raw line has one of the highest amounts of salicylic acid in a shampoo that you can have without a prescription. So I've not used it, but I know that from being on the market, it does have the highest concentration of salicylic acid, which will help with the flakiness. But then you could also, like we have a men's line from our Redken Brews, and it has zinc in it. So the zinc and selenium will calm down the rapid turnover of cells that is happening when the oleic acid is going in, and it's trying to like eat away at all the dead. That's what it eats off, or it feeds off of. So then if you're slowing that process down, the rapid turnover of those dead skin cells is going to slow down as well, making the dandruff kind of stay at bay. But another big thing that I wanted to get into on why you could be getting dandruff or dry scalp is the products that you're using. So the pH of your scalp is between 4.5 and 5.5. And if you took chemistry before, you know that pH means potential hydrogen. So 7 is your neutral, and it goes up to 14, which is very alkaline, and then down to 1, which is very acidic. So your hair is more on the acidic side of the pH scale. And what that means is to keep a healthy scalp, you need to make sure that the pH of your scalp is acidic. And if it gets too alkaline, that's when these funguses are starting to infiltrate your scalp, because the acidity breaks down all of those things that you don't want on your scalp. However, when it starts to get too high and for the alkalinity, that's when all of that nasty fungus and dandruff and just other bacterial infections can start growing. And that's true for any part of your skin, or really anything. If the pH of the area that you're having issues with is off, that's a good indication of like if things like smell weird, or if your skin is changing or things like that. That means that the pH of wherever you're talking about is off. So yeah, the biggest thing with that is just making sure you're using a really good shampoo and conditioner before you go and get it. I would recommend looking up what the pH of it is. All of the shampoos that we use on our back bar and that we recommend for you to take home and stuff are all between that range. Some you could have a little bit lower, and that's going to close off. So things that are slightly more acidic are going to close off the cuticle. And then things that are more cleansing are going to open up the cuticle to let all of that stuff out. But in general, you want to be using a shampoo and conditioner that has roughly the same pH as your natural scalp. And that's going to really help with any sort of dryness and bacteria or anything like that that's building up on your scalp. If you have any questions, please let me know. I know this is kind of not as fun of a topic to talk about, but it affects so many people, so I thought I would make a video on it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and you have a healthy, happy scalp.